Welcome, everybody, episode 167 of the effing title. I am Big Husky,
I'm DeNutte.
and we're back again. Hi, DeNutte. This coffee's fucking ridiculous. I have a caramel me crazy with sweet and creamy creamer.
Where'd you get that?
It's cake.
Cumby Wumbies?
No, it's a K-cup thing.
Oh, it's a K-cup.
Yeah. So they had every now and then they have. Is it Dunkin'? Yeah, it's Dunkin'. I'm looking over at it now. Every now and then they do Dunkin' on sale for K cups.
I wish I liked coffee.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just warm.
It's warm.
I
hate it.
It'd be the same as like if I had like a tomato soup right now. Honestly, for me, like it's just.
I had eggs for breakfast, and then I had I had half of a Chef Boyardee last night, so I had the other half with my eggs.
Actually, you know what?
Chef Boyardee.
That actually sounds fucking pretty delicious. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
had for breakfast. Let me find it real quick.
trash.
Is it 14? Is that the week that I need to look at? What week are we in? Yes, it would be 14. Alright, where are you? Where are you? Fusilli and ground pork tomato ragu with roasted green beans. That was my breakfast. It was good, other than the fact that I keep forgetting to buy fucking Parmesan at the fucking store.
I went to well, I had that. I didn't have actually. Sorry, my lunch was the Chef Boyardee, but I actually went to like a nice Italian restaurant for dinner last night
Ooh.
and had some. They had the Parmesan there.
Just,
But I had like a nice plate of bolognese.
ooh.
Bolognese.
Bolognese.
So I ate it. I ate all the noodles, and then like I was scooping up the sauce, the meat sauce, and I was like,
See, I'm
that was
always,
mine.
I'm a big Alfredo guy. I'm not a big Bolognese guy.
Hmm.
I like the Alfredo more. If I could pick, right? Because with Factor, I don't really get to. I get what I get if during the week they ain't got much Alfredo. But yeah, if they had Alfredo every week, fuck that. I'm just Alfredo all week, all day, baby.
I haven't had a good bolognese in a while, and this place actually it slapped.
Yeah.
Hey, so we got garlic bread. We got bruschetta and garlic bread appetizer, but they bring you out this like little garlic bread stuff. These little garlic bread sticks. They're all right, but then they brought out their real garlic bread. It was like garlic chunks and like cheese on it, and I
Oh,
was like, oh. And then the bruschetta pieces. I was like, yeah, this is the is I've always been like Italians overrated, but this is probably the best Italian food I've ever had.
well, that's funny because like it's so. I'm gonna lead off of that. Our good friend Balk was in Italy for a little while because that's where he was stationed, and he said that he thought the pizza there was trash.
Yeah,
And it was
no,
just it was just so funny just hearing like it's like Italian pizza.
I remember talking to him about it because he was like ordering DoorDash.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was or we were playing Fortnite and he
Yeah,
was ordering like McDonald's and I was like, "Oh, how's the Italian food there?" He's like, "Oh, eh.
yeah,
I
it's alright.
mean, it depends where you go, but like the pizza here, blah. So you just get like McDonald's."
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's just gotta learn those things. It's like, okay, okay, it's like imagine going to India and not getting Indian food, Indian food instead of going to get fucking double cheeseburger. So, um,
Oh, not there,
yeah.
not in India. They don't eat
What
beef
is
like that.
it? There is. I'm not even gonna try to fucking say what I think it is because it's just gonna come off really racist sounding. But like, I know there's something else there that I've heard of before. I can't fucking remember it. Anyways, so we don't get on that fucking alley. How was your week?
That was good.
Good.
Good week. Felt really long. I have a
Mm-hmm.
4-day week this week. Going to PAX East Friday.
That is this week, huh?
Yeah, this week.
Are you going the entire weekend or just that one
No,
day?
I'm just going Friday.
Okay. Because I know I
So I
have.
went last year. What's up?
I was gonna say Xander's going. I don't know when, but I know Xander's
Yeah.
gonna be there. So
Is he from the New England?
yeah, he's a mess.
Oh, is he? I don't know. I thought he was like from Florida or something. I don't know why I thought. I never actually
Most
thought I like.
I feel like most people though, especially that I know, it's like Texas, Florida, or Maryland. Like those are the three. Like right there.
Hey, I like I said Florida. I don't
Yeah.
know. You gave me Florida boy energy.
I think that's because he was there for a while.
See,
Xander, when you
look,
watch
not
this,
completely wrong. Not
fucking
completely wrong.
let us know.
Not an insult.
Yeah.
Just like he gave me Florida boy energy.
There you go. You got Florida boy energy.
Yeah.
Also,
Uh,
before we continue this, I have Krispy Kreme donut bites because this
oh,
is
those are the ones
this
you're talking
yeah,
about?
this is the thing they have in store. This is apple cinnamon.
Okay.
They taste like
Uh,
shit.
my my buddy was at Mohegan Sun last night, and he was sending me snaps of he got like Krispy Kreme at like 10 o'clock at night.
I love that.
Uh,
Pax,
but yeah, I went to PAX East last year,
you liked him last year,
and
right? If I remember
I
correctly.
did, but I don't see unless there's like a specific thing you want to see or
Mm-hmm.
that's happening. Uh, I couldn't do 4 days there.
It's 4 days. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know
I was
about
there
that.
all day, and like I was there with a friend, and we pretty much we saw like everything we wanted to see. They're doing a free magic jump start at 10 a.m. I think we're gonna
Ooh,
try to hit that tomorrow.
nice.
I mean Friday. Um, and there's a couple little things. And now that we're more interested in magic, they have a lot of magic stuff there, so we might check that out because I'm going out with one of my buddy that I've been playing with,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're definitely gonna play there. We're pleased to get a couple commander games in because we're meeting another buddy of ours that lives down in Mass. We're gonna play there, and then I don't know. I think. Oh, and another crazy thing is that it's a mask event. That's like I haven't seen that in a minute. Got to wear a mask.
There's a couple places around here that still do that.
Yeah.
Like I gotta
Well,
go. I gotta go get my eyes done, and I know that for that I have to wear a mask.
I know anything medical. Yeah, like, I think that's just going to be the norm now.
Mm-hmm.
But I went last year. It was all mask event. But I guess I didn't know this, but like PAX East 2020, it happened like the week before the lockdown, like the first
Oh,
lockdown.
yeah,
And I guess it was like a super spreader event. My buddy went to that one. He said that like half the people there got COVID.
that's wild.
Is it? And so like I think they're just scared of that happening again.
It's crazy sometimes to think about stuff like that because like I remember I was talking to Rob about the AAF, which was a spring
The
football
fo-
league. Yeah,
yeah.
that was doing extremely well,
And
and
then
then
it
COVID
yeah.
shut that shit down, and it was one of those things. It's like, come on, man. Like, can we just have one good thing, you know? But XFO's doing really well right now. But Magic.
Magic.
Magic. I got 45 cards in my cart right now, and I just looked, and now it's 44 actually, because one of them just got
Oh, in your
removed.
cart.
Yeah.
I actually ordered a deck this week.
Ooh, what deck did you
I don't know.
order?
Did I talk about it last week?
You?
I ordered
I
a
mean,
pauper deck.
oh no! So you didn't tell me that you ordered a pauper deck.
I
Interesting.
ordered a pauper deck. Yeah, I ordered a pirate pauper deck because I thought it was
Ooh.
funny.
So for everyone out there that doesn't know, if I remember correctly, even pauper is 60 cards, and it is or
Uh,
it's 60 minimum, right?
we did. I did a pauper commander,
Okay. So and it's
which is 100 cards.
so so this is 100. Normal
Yeah,
pauper is minimum 60, and it's just commons and uncommons.
commons, and then your commanders and uncommon.
Oh, is that how they do that?
Yeah, just
Interesting.
commons.
I think
Yeah.
that in regular pauper, it's commons uncommons. Now
Nope,
that
just commons.
really
Yeah,
interesting.
because it's literally like supposed to be the cheap version.
Because I thought the one that I had on maybe it's different on Arena. So I'm looking at it right now. Build decks using cards that are readily available in the Magic formula. All cards must be released at common rarity. There you go.
So what? So that actually, so a thing is that if a card in its lifetime has ever been released as a common, but say for one this release was an uncommon. At
Mm.
one point, if it was a common, it's a common.
Okay.
So that's like the one like workaround to have an uncommon. If it was a common at some point, it was a common.
All I
It's
know
a
is
common.
my pauper deck on Arena is a rat deck. Because
Mm.
I'm a fucking scumbag.
Mine's a red blue. So
I was so scummy, but I like it.
yeah, yeah.
So a lot of the
So
cards you must have gotten then were from like Ixalan and all that, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Or
I
if you
found a
bought it,
good
yeah.
build online. It's $15. So
Oh fuck yeah, that's yeah.
yeah.
Fuck it.
So I just was like, I just ordered it. I don't even know if it's been shipped out yet. But
I have 44 individual cards on my Amazon cart list right now, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. Probably more than 2/3 of them are just mirrors. So I don't know if you know what a mirror is. So look up a mirror. So a mirror is a creature type, and it's mainly from Mirrodin. And
Mirror?
mirrors, yeah, mirror. MYR.
Oh,
So Mir rhymes with deer. It's a creature type describing the metal automatons created by Memnock that are found all over Mirrodin. So they're different, just colors and like basically they're all artifact creatures. The main first run of them were just they're two colorless mana. They're one
yeah.
ones, and they create a mana of whatever color it is. So like the iron one makes red. The what is this one here? The Ledian one makes black. The silver one makes blue. So it's like that. But then as the set kept going and as they kept adding more stuff, they made more mirrors. So like alloy mirror is a 3-drop for a 2/2. Add one of any color. And then they started adding more to it. So then there's mirror galvanizer, which is other mirror creatures you control get +1/+1. Tap one, untap each mirror you control.
Okay, that's cool.
So I've always loved them. When I was playing in high school, I had like almost all of them. And then of course, as I've said multiple times on this now, sold all my cards after fucking high school because I'm an idiot. So yeah, 90% of my or fucking 75% of my TCG player cart right now is just mirrors because I'm gonna fucking buy them all again, just so I have them.
Put a deck together.
Well, so that's what. So right now, my TCG card is fucking very interesting because my TCG card is Shadrick's Silver Quill. So a lot of the Harry Potter set because I want to I want to get all those cards from that because I like that. It's all mirrors, a couple of squirrels, and then I've actually started to add in some cards that potentially could be a part of a commander deck that I've been looking into, and I might make. I haven't fully decided yet, but if I do,
What is it?
I haven't decided if I'm going to go. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go blue white or if I'm just going to stay strictly white. But I'm going to make a Elven deck or an Aven deck, and an Aven deck.
Oh, that's right. You were saying
Yeah,
that.
but so I've actually been looking. So one of the guys that I'm buying a lot of these cards from, he has like 300 cards just from Odyssey, and Odyssey is the set that I started playing with.
Okay. So you're like, hey, can I just get those?
Well, that's the thing. It's like I'm looking through and I'm just like getting major flashbacks to my childhood because like I fucking remember having all of these cards, right? And that's when I saw Sphere of Duty, Grace, Law, Reason, Truth. So there's 5 of them, right? They're all uncommons, so I have all of them in my cart right now. It costs a shit ton. It's 3 colorless, 1 white. It's an enchantment, and each time a source of a specific color would deal damage to me, I get to prevent 2 damage of it. Just a nice little, enchantment. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I like how most decks are just fuck you decks at this point.
Oh yeah. So that's the thing is like, so I've been looking into them more and more and more, and just the different stuff with them, and it's just like, it's kind of one of those things that sucks because like I start looking through and it's like a lot of the cards, if I did want to make this deck, would be 4-drops. And I'm sitting there like, I know the way that most people fucking play this game now. If I'm getting one of my first creatures out on turn 4,
That's not good.
yeah, so I'm sitting there like, so I haven't fully decided if that's going to be the commander deck I make, but
Well, Commander plays a little slower, so like that's. So we actually played. I played Commander the other night with 3 people, and it plays slower than you would think because of that. So it's kind of nice.
the other one I was thinking about doing was going Obzon, which is white, green, black, because I have an Obzon deck behind me. It's one of my old decks, and that deck is literally built around just outlasting, which is like I'm just gonna hold off. I'm gonna wait until end game, and then end game it's like, oh, okay, swing. Fuck you, that sort of thing. But in the world of Magic, we got some big news this past week on Tuesday.
Did we?
Got some big news on Tuesday. They finally released the first look at
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. They really
That's
did.
right.
And I'll tell you what, some of the fucking things that they did, really fucking cool.
A lot of things pissed people off.
A
I
lot of
like as soon
things
as I was like, yeah, I knew about this.
a lot of things really piss people off, but like it's one of those things. So the first thing is, they have made the One Ring. The One Ring is a actual fucking card now. 4-drop. Legendary artifact is indestructible. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each burden counter on the ring. Tap it, put a burden counter on the ring, then draw a card for each burden counter on the ring. So that's the main card. Then, the thing that's pissing people off, and I get why it is, but at the same time, I think it's the coolest fucking thing ever. They're
Well, it's a
making
collectible card game. I'm throwing that out
yes,
already.
exactly. It is a trading card game, a collectible card game. They're making a 1 of 1 serialized rare rainbow foil the One Ring, which in my opinion is the coolest fucking thing.
No, hey, maybe no one will ever get it.
I'm waiting for some douchebag on TikTok that cuts packs in half to get it.
Oh, is that a thing?
Oh yeah, there's and look, I'm gonna say it just how I did. So if you get offended by this, good. If you're a guy who opens up card packs on TikTok and your whole thing is, do I cut it in half or do I open the pack? You're a douchebag and you should lose your entire community. I don't care. I'm wording it like that. I think that is the stupidest fucking thing.
Well, no, it's stupid. It's performative.
It is.
And then, do you see the soul rings? They're releasing special
Yes.
soul rings.
And this is where it gets really cool. This is, I mean, like I said, I think this whole set is cool at this point.
They're doing so Elven soul rings. They're doing 3,000. Dwarven 7,000, and then human they're doing 9,000 for the amount of rings they gave out.
So non-foilized is what.
Non-foil,
non-foil serialized. There we go. Non-foil serialized, and
then the foil is 1/10 of each of those.
Yes. So then you
Double
have
rainbow foil.
300,
serialized.
7, 9. Yeah, which is awesome because it's 3 elven rings to the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarven lords in their halls of stone, 9 of mortal men doomed to die. I think this entire set, just from a
those are gonna be worth some money.
Just from a lore aspect, I think this is the coolest fucking thing they could have ever done.
I tried to go on and pre-order a gift bundle the other day.
Oh yeah, I know.
I pre-ordered a normal bundle and I pre-ordered the standard decks. But
that's what John has done. I'm working on it. I haven't pressed the button yet.
Just because I'm like, I just want to get those basic ones out of the way. I don't know. I might buy a whole booster pack because I'm like really interested in this set.
So I would say what I'm doing, or at least what I have anyway. And I said John this, and John was like, "Oh, I guess I'm going to change my cart." So I have the normal bundle that they have. So the normal bundle, you get 8 set boosters and accessories. So at least we know with that we're getting set.
You
boosters.
did do that one, right? You said
I haven't done it yet. These are all on my cart though, ready to pull. Like I'm ready to pull the trigger. But yeah, so this one has 8 set boosters. You get it.
Oh well, hey, you could pre-order it and you don't pay for it until it comes in.
Yeah, exactly. I literally just haven't pulled the trigger. That's all it is.
I say you should pull the trigger just in case it sells out, and then if you don't want to do it, you can just back out.
So 8 set boosters, 4 traditional foil alt art cards, 40 lands, 20 foil, 20 non-foil, which is awesome because the lands are literally just the areas on the map.
Yeah.
1 spin down counter, 1 storage counter, or storage box, 2 reference cards. So that's the bundle. The bundle's fucking solid at $50. I think that's a solid price for, how many packs did I just say? 8? 8 packs, a bunch of foils, a bunch of lands to spin down. That's awesome. Nice little box as well. Boom. Then you get the ready to play decks, which is also nice because you get literally Sauron and then Aragorn and Arwen decks. And also, for people who play on Arena like I do, you get a code so you can use those decks on Arena. That's pretty fucking solid. And right now, $17,
Yeah, that's why I pre-ordered it because like right now, if you're gonna buy the standard one that's out right now,
Hmm.
double pack, it's $10. So I mean, it's seven. It's almost double the price, but it's still within reason.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
Oh, someone's gonna be like, "This double the price."
and then this is the one that I'm buying, and I showed it to John, and John's buying it too. And that's one of the reasons why I went to my cart to look it up. Is the collector booster? I'm just buying one collector booster.
So that's
$31.
they still have that, but the pack is sold out.
Which pack?
The the uh the booster pack, the entire like
Oh, the gift bundle.
the gift. No, the one that the booster box, the collector booster box is
Oh
sold
yeah,
out,
no, I wouldn't. Yeah, no, there's no shot. I'm fucking.
which is 12 packs.
Yeah, there's no shot I would even look at that. Last time, so it's sold out. You know what that was last time it was there? Because I remember. So
$500.
it was 440. That's what it was last
Yeah.
time I looked. You know, and that's for 12 packs. Yeah, no, I'm gonna buy a single pack and just hope to God I get lucky. And then
I
the other
bought a
thing,
Phyrexia I bought a Phyrexia collector booster last night
yeah,
or the other night.
how'd you do with that?
Yeah.
That's how I
The
was.
cards are cool.
That's how it was for me too. I was like, I'm sitting there like, I didn't get the three cards I wanted, but I mean these are cool looking cards.
They're very cool looking cards. But
Yeah, so I have one of those in my cart right now. It's $30 for a collector booster. 20 to $30 seems pretty reasonable. I mean, March of the Machine collector booster. I also have in my cart right now. And that's 21. Ten
it's just,
ten dollars
so
more for the potential chance to get a one of one.
well, I was reading and they're starting this new thing where so Magic, well, like whatever, what's the group? Magic.
With the owns Magic,
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast.
They're doing this thing where they're no longer setting their prices.
What do you mean?
They're allowing whatever distributor to set the price.
Oh, really?
So that's why the prices have gone up because it's like
Uh,
because they're not like before it was like yeah you should sell these boosters for like $4 to $5.
hmm,
That's what they should sell at. Now they're just like I don't know sell for whatever you want for, and that's
interesting.
like what's the
I
issue is
know.
right now.
I know. There's a big kerfuffle. How about that for a word? Kerfuffle.
Kerfuff.
There's a big kerfuffle in the Magic World right now with the what the fuck is it called? I want to make sure I don't fuck this
The
up.
Commander,
There we go. Commander
Rise of the
Masters.
Commander, Commander
Masters.
Masters.
Yeah, because a set booster box is almost $500, and apparently it's all just reprints. So people are like, nope. And then, oh yeah, a collector booster of that is $63.
Stupid.
Yeah, I've been seeing online people being like, don't buy it. Like we're gonna make it like as a community we're going to make a point right now. No. You know, like that sort of thing. And I'm sitting there like, it's fine to me. I'm not paying $60 for one fucking booster pack. Sorry, it's not happening. The fact that they're getting me to pay 30 for one
Yeah.
is outlandish in and of itself. I mean, let's put it like this: so the Lord of the Rings set collector booster is $31. I'm buying it. I've already said I'm going to. Right?
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering Streets of New Capenna Fat Pack Bundle. $31. I'm buying that as well because I want to do an unboxing for YouTube. And I thought that'd be kind of cool because it's a bundle for $31. That's a really cheap price for a bundle. You know, so
I was at Target and they had a Crimson Vow commander deck and it had a $15 tag on it and I went oh okay I'll buy it and then I brought it to the cash register and they're like I don't know who put this tag on there they scanned it and it was like 35
yeah, no,
whatever it was and then I was
that's
like oh it says 15 on it and she was like I don't know who put that on there but it's not 15 and I was like all right I'm not buying it then.
yeah. No, they just walked out at that point.
Yeah, that's what I did, and I was like, if like,
Yeah, no.
I was like, well, it,
Streets of New Capenna was one of those ones that I don't know if you know much about Streets of New Capenna.
nope.
So Streets of New Capenna was something very interesting that they did. It actually kind of really hits a big thing with the lore of Magic right now because there's like a fluid there called Halo that the Phyrexians are like scared of, sort of thing. But it was supposed to be like this really cool set where it's all like gangs. It's like the fucking Roaring Twenties. It's like fucking Gatsby, but in Magic, and there was different
Okay.
families. And it would have been cool if it was more than one set. I've been saying that since it came out. The problem that I feel like the Streets of New Capenna had was that they literally did a single set for 5 families, or 4 families, or something like that. That's too much to put in one set. You know, if they would have done two main families and then two minor, two main and then the two minor, do two sets of it like that, so then you could equal out the cars and put more cars into the family and flesh out the families. That would have been cool, but they didn't. So a lot of the cards genuinely just don't really feel like they're that good from the set. So you don't see a whole lot of fucking. Whenever you see Streets of New Capenna stuff, it always feels like it's really cheap, and there's a reason for that, you know. Yeah, like I said, I thought it was a cool idea,
Yeah.
but in theory, it just didn't really hit. I feel because, and I'm gonna say it because I think Hasbro actually owns Wizards and Magic now as well because they want to make more money. And they're not doing big blocks anymore because Magic used to be about blocks. Each block would have 3 sets in it that would
Yeah.
tell a full story, but you could flesh out everything. So, like, Ravnica. Have you ever heard of Ravnica? Ravnica was another one. It was a bunch of guilds. But there was, like, so it was 2 of each color, so there was 10 guilds in total. So they literally would do, like, 3, 3, and 4. So in one set, you would get Orzhov, but you would never see Orzhov in the other sets. You may see cards that could relate to Orzhov and you could play an Orzhov, but the symbol Orzhov that's underneath the text you would never see in any of the other sets. So it was really cool because then they could literally flesh out these guilds throughout 3 full fucking sets. But they've gotten away from doing that block sort of thing. Right now we're kind of luckily in a block set with it being Phyrexia, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much more we're going to see of stuff like this. I genuinely think they need to bring it back. I think the sets and blocks are better for the storytelling and for the game of Magic.
It seems like I joined at a weird time. Like it seems like people don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things. Like it's a weird time because for the first time, like when the Phyrexians first showed up, right? Like we knew that we were going to win. Nicobola shows up. We kind of knew we were gonna win, just don't really know fucking how, right? When the fucking Emrakul and the Eldrazi showed up, kind of the same thing. This time they went out and they said we're gonna do Phyrexia again, but we're just gonna turn a bunch of the people that have been good for the last 10 years bad. We're basically just gonna kill some of the biggest names in Magic. We're just gonna kill them. You know, so it is a weird time right now because it is at that point now. But then also the thing that they fucked up with is that they did that, so they turned a bunch of the people, Ajani, Jace, Vraska, Nissa, right, Nahiri. They turned a bunch of these big planeswalkers that have been faces of Magic for fucking years. And then this next set, they're like, "Oh, well, how are the good guys gonna win now? Because they're going to win." You know, like this might shape the future of Magic. Oh, by the way, we're going back to Eldraine, and we're also going back to Ixalan within this next year. So don't worry, because of course, if we're going back to those places, then that probably means that the Phyrexians are gone by now. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot by announcing those later sets, right?
Yeah.
Or at least that's what I'm thinking. Unless they do something where it's like, oh, this is Ixalan in the past, and Phyrexia is still taking over everything, or this is Ixalan before Phyrexia got there, and, you know, like, I don't know how they're going to do it. So
I'm really loving the art on, like, these Phyrexia cards.
Oh, yeah, who do you have there? Ooh, Kemba!
Kemba.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I really love these borderless cards.
So the cool thing with that is, with that one especially that you just showed, that's the alt art borderless one that he's Phyrexianized. But in the lore and the story, he doesn't become a Phyrexian. They did it specially for those alt art cards where they turned a bunch of the people like, what would this guy look like if he was Phyrexian, right? Who do we got there? Phyrexian. Oh, you got it. Wait, is that Dominus?
Melkatar Purity Overseer.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a
But
Dominus
this is one
there
of
for a
those,
moment.
like, has those, like,
Oh, yeah, you got an oil select one.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
One of
ones.
those I got.
Yeah, those are fucking cool. You get those. You get one of those in the booster.
So I was looking. So I did the thing where, like, I mean, also you just get, like, I just love these borderless cards.
Oh yeah, any sort of thing like that, like the showcase borderless, I fucking love.
But so I I did the thing and I was like, oh, let's look to see the value of the cards, this and that. And of all the cards I got, the most this is a $9 card I got.
Oh wow, that's all. Whoa.
Collective Restraint. Creatures can't attack unless their controller pays X for each creature attacking you, where X is the number of basic lands among the lands you control.
I'm trying to think what set that's from.
This is from,
So I want to say it's from Invasion. Collective Restraint.
yeah, I got it in my brother's war fat pack.
Yeah, it's from Invasion. Wow, that's kind of cool that you got a card from Invasion then.
Yeah, so got one of those.
That's fucking awesome.
Um, I got so I got Old Bug, which I already had.
Oh, that's awesome.
Only I got four mythics in the all the packs I got. But then I got Optimus Prime, which I think is pretty cool.
That is. I love that they did the Transformers. It's just weird that they only did it for that one.
The one set.
Well, the
Yeah.
one set, but then it's also. I'm pretty sure you can only get it from the bundle.
No, you can get them from the bundle didn't my bundle didn't have one in it. It says it came with one, but it didn't come with one.
That's weird.
Yeah, so you can get it from the boosters because I got one from a booster before.
Oh, okay. So I
Uh,
mean, I.
Capricious Hellraiser,
Ooh, okay.
um, and then one with the multiverse. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a spell from your hand or the top of your library without paying its mana cost
That's wild.
for an 8.
Yeah, that's a hefty boy.
Um,
You know,
I
it's
don't know.
yeah, Magic's. I want to say Magic is in a weird place as well with Toxic now coming out. Like the amount of fucking I played a good amount of Arena yesterday, like maybe an hour and a half
Yeah,
of Arena yesterday. I think I ran into two decks that weren't Toxic based, and I was playing Historic. I wasn't playing Standard. I was playing fucking Historic, and all those motherfuckers are just running Toxic. So, you know, it was one of those things where I'm just fucking around trying to get some challenges done, running my fucking Minotaur, werewolf decks, like that sort of thing. Just fucking off, having a good time, and these assholes are out here running fucking like meta toxic decks. It's like Jesus fucking Christ, calm down.
as I've been just running my ninja deck.
Yeah, you know. But
Uh,
I would
it's all
say,
weird.
I think Magic is in just a weird spot right now as a whole because of a lot of this stuff. Right, like I feel like the toxic thing is cool, but at the same time, I feel like they overpowered it a little bit. Which I guess if they're trying to make it like related to the story and like, hey, Phyrexia's gonna win, then of course they're gonna make those cards a little bit more overpowered. But like for fuck's sake, I'm getting sick and tired of just seeing fucking, Phyrexian mites and Hive of the whatever the fucks, and it's just if I see another Rot Priest, I'm fucking losing my mind. You know, and it's one of those things. Like I could just say fuck it and make my own version of one of those decks, but that's not fun to me. Doing that shit ain't fun, right? Like I have a werewolf deck that I made because I wanted to have a standard deck from Innistrad. Same reason why I have a token deck. Same reason why I have a vehicle deck. Just because I wanted to make decks that were part of the standard thing. Right now, I don't want to make a standard deck because all the standard decks are the fucking same.
Once you crew a vehicle, do they the crew they stay in there as a crew, or is it
No.
once per turn?
So it's one. So it's once per. As soon as you tap that turn, so you can. So if you attack me, I can crew
Yeah.
something right then, so I can have one of my vehicles out. So that's one of the cool things with Neon Dynasty was Neon Dynasty has some cards that said like, oh, this card crews for 2+ whatever its attack is. So its attack was a 2, it gets 2+, so now I can crew anything for 4. So and there was like the cards that would make tokens of pilots that could do that. So you could just get a bunch of tokens of pilots and then get your vehicles out and then just fucking pilot all of them. It's fun. It's just it's a extra.
I need to look
step.
into more vehicles and stuff. I need to do some.
Vehicles are fun but tough because it is just it's an extra step to do the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah, I need to look into it because my mono black Warhammer deck has a bunch of vehicles in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. So
Interesting.
Gotta look into that a little more because I played uh, Thursday night. I played a couple games.
Okay.
I played my mono black, and then I played my goblin deck.
Did you have that card that I sent you?
Which one?
The War Chief? I think it was the War Chief.
No, I didn't.
You
But
didn't?
I
Okay.
have I have a
Yeah, yeah.
lot of
That's
goblins.
that's that's from that's from one of the older sets. So like as I was going through, I saw it and I was like, I wonder if DeNutte has this one. That's why I sent you it. So I
They
used
were
to.
laughing because I played Goblin Glider, which is like one of those white border cards
Mm-hmm.
from like the seventh series, and so like that card was like over. It's like over 20 years old, and it's in perfect condition.
That's fucking
Like it's
hilarious.
just very funny.
That's
Like,
hilarious. I just
yeah.
I have that's two of the cards that I added onto TCG actually are from uh seventh and eighth edition. One of them was actually a main staple in one of my decks when I was in high school, which was Southern Paladin. So there's north, south, east, and west. Two white, two of them are white, two of them are black. So Southern Paladin, it costs four, two colorless, two planes. It's a 3/3 knight. Tap two, tap it, destroy target red permanent. So each one of the paladins is the exact same thing across the board. Just tap two, kill something, destroy something. So I used to have a Southern Paladin, and like I used to just run a deck where it was just spheres. You can't deal damage to me, and then I'm just gonna start picking stuff off.
Yeah.
You know, that was the deck I used to have when I was in high school. But Southern Paladin, that was one of my favorite cards when I was in high school. So I saw that and I put that back on here. I don't see my rabbit on here though, which is really upsetting me now that I've just noticed that. I found out there's a rabbit.
A rabbit.
Yeah, like it's it's a
Um,
commander. It's a fucking blue white is an Azorius rabbit. Looks like the fucking rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. It's a rabbit wizard. I was like, that's the coolest
Wizard.
fucking shit ever.
We switched lanes. I went and saw Shazam yesterday.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I have not seen Shazam. I've seen a lot of the stuff online about Shazam though, and how it
Yeah.
is a terrible movie.
It wasn't that bad. I liked it.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. I feel like it's. I feel like it's like you said in the message yesterday that when you said about it. Also, I'm just spoilers because fuck it, why not?
Spoilers.
You said yesterday when we were talking about it that it's kind of the same humor as the first,
Yeah. So
which
like, I feel like if you like the first one, you'll like this one.
yeah. Here's my how many people were at the theater?
Not very many.
Yeah. So there's a TikTok going or TikTok. There's a tweet going around right now. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not.
No.
And it's of a guy who's having an affair. So he took the mistress to go see Shazam because there's no one in the theater. That's literally what he said to.
So I went and saw it at like noon yesterday, and I was looking at tickets the night before, and they had sold 4 tickets. And then I was talking I went and saw it with my buddy, and he's like, "Should we order tickets?" I'm like, "Ah, there's only 4 tickets sold."
Yeah.
We went there, they didn't hadn't sold any. So like the theater that it was in, it was a 140 person theater because it tells you.
Yeah.
And so that one, so I guess they sold 6 tickets for that one, and then the showtime after they had sold 120 tickets.
Okay.
So that the next showing, which
Yeah.
was at like 3:30, was like an almost full showing.
I always feel like the one I love going to the noons, like
Yeah, no,
the 10 o'clock
liked it.
noons. I fucking love.
No one was there.
Exactly.
Great.
And you get to do it. It's done with by the time it's midday.
Yeah, a lot of people were at the IMAX 11:30. I looked at
Yeah.
that one. There was a lot of people at that one. But the one I just laughed because the one I was, yeah, there's only 4 people,
Yeah.
and it was me and my buddy, and then like halfway down, I was in the back row. Halfway down was 3 people, and then in the front row was one person.
Jesus Christ.
So
Yeah. So some of the things that I heard that people are not fans of, was apparently the tone is still silly, but even sillier. Like Levy is sillier than before,
I wouldn't say sillier.
or more
No.
childish. I don't know. That's that.
He's dealing. All right, here's where it's like kind of maybe it was. He's dealing with that. He's turning 18 in a few months, so he's going to age out of his home. He's going to be an adult. He's going to have to be in the real world, So he's trying to hold on to whatever adolescence he has left.
Okay.
And that's my takeaway from it. It's not that it's more childish. It's just he's trying to hold on to.
He's trying to hold on to the newfound family childhood sort of thing that he hadn't had.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my takeaway from it.
Apparently the storyline, the actual storyline plot was very just bleh. Like I said, this is all just stuff that I've been seeing online.
I
So
mean, my thing is that like when you start picking apart things a lot, it's just
mhm.
like with that like if you think that, then you're like, okay, you didn't like the first one either. Like
Yeah.
that's you can't say you liked the first one and didn't like this one. I'm gonna throw that out there
Okay.
because what was the story behind the first one?
The story behind the first one is him actually getting a family, like becoming like him going from having no family to having a family
Yeah,
that wants him, but he doesn't want the family. He wants his mom. To them, him finding out, shit, I actually have a family now because my mom doesn't want me.
yeah.
Yeah,
And this one is him thinking he's going to lose his family again because of the past trauma that he's had,
yeah.
and like losing his powers, losing his family. He thinks that's like going to be the end of his world.
Let me see what else was there. Apparently, the pop culture references were fucking too much. That was one of the things. But I mean,
There was like the Khaleesi one, but like there's the Khaleesi one. There's a bunch of Skittles references, which kind of was weird.
there's
Um,
the Fast and the Furious one because that's the one that I remember seeing in the trailer, and I just
I don't
immediately
remember that one actually.
is he's at like the table talking with Helen Mirren's character. Like they're eating food or whatever, and then he's like, "Because if there's anything I know, because I've watched all the Fast and the Furious movies, and if I know there's
Oh,
only family, like I remember
I
seeing that
think
in the trailer, and it's
I
just like,
really think I honestly think those are the only two in the movie. They
really,
just happen to include them in the trailer. Like
okay,
maybe
because
there's
that,
another one, but like that's the only one I can think of.
yeah,
Like those are like
because
I can't.
I remember seeing that in the trailer, and immediately it was just like eye roll, super cringe, like, oh for fuck's sake, like I get it, but like for fuck's sake, like come on, man, like
There aren't as many as you would think.
yeah, Wonder Woman showing up is interesting one because
Interesting. So you know what's really funny is he had a dream. He at one point he's
he
having a dream about Wonder
Yeah,
Woman,
I saw the
and
yeah.
they don't show her face. So I was like, okay, they're gonna do that thing again, like they did
Mm-hmm.
with the
With Superman
yeah.
in the
So
first
and
one,
then
yeah,
later
and
on, she actually does show up.
yeah, I saw the one. You know that I'm gonna word it like this. You know they're desperate and they're hurting when that cameo, which could have been a big thing, right? If they didn't put it in a fucking TV spot the week that the movie comes out.
Oh, they did it. They did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. Because I don't watch TV, so like
Yeah, so
for me,
there
I was
so
like,
so for the
oh,
last like week and a half, 2 weeks now, there's been a TV spot where they've been showing that, and it's one of those things. It's like I saw like that came out, and
yeah.
immediately the entire DC fan base was just kind of like,
Uh, I
"What?"
think my funniest joke in the movie. Also, there's the foster mommy, yummy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And like, there's one scene where like she gets out of bed, and like they like something happens. She gets out of bed. She's in like a tank top and like short shorts, and I was like, mm.
Mm.
And my buddy next to me was like, dude, relax. And I was like, mm. and but so we there was a joke, so spoilers, the kid with the cane,
Yep.
handicapped
Freddy.
kid, Freddie,
Yep.
handicap, sorry. He like falls in love with one of the goddesses because
Yep.
you know how there's Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren.
Have you seen the TikTok with the third one? At least I'm assuming.
No,
I think it's her.
I'm
Uh,
talking about her, yeah.
they were. I was in the TikTok. That's the one I'm thinking about. I think it's her. They were asking her like, "Why did you take the role for a DC like movie
Oh,
like that
because
sort
she
of thing?"
needed a job.
I needed a job, and then she says it like jokingly, but then she's like, "No, I'm actually really serious. Like I needed the job." And it's one of those things.
Yeah.
I saw that. It's like the publicity for this movie so far.
She's I actually looked into her after the movie because they put a lot of like focus on her during the movie,
Yeah.
and I was wondering why. This was like her third movie she was in. She was in the West Side Story, and I guess West Side Story was not this year, last year, up for a bunch of Oscars. and she like made a big stink that she
Mm.
wasn't invited to it. And then they pity allowed her to like present an award. So I think she just is like a I think she's just odd.
Yeah.
I think it's more she's just odd. But she's going to be Snow White in the new Snow White movie, and then she's going to star in another big movie. I think she's the new like we're trying to push this girl out into like be the face of something right now. I think
Jesus.
she's someone's daughter.
She sold her soul.
No, I think she's someone's daughter, like in the industry.
Okay, that might make sense. Um,
Actually, let me look it up. Her last name's Ziegler. That name sounds really Rachel Ziegler.
yeah, no, well, here's one for you. It's the Daughters of Atlas, right? Is that what they're?
Yes.
Yeah. So those characters were made specifically for the movie. Those aren't like a DC characters, apparently. Which is weird because even though Shazam lore is very small, there's still plenty that they could have used instead of them. So that was one of the weird kind of, I don't know.
Oh, she was named after Rachel from Rachel and Friends.
Oh my god. Um, there's also my other thing is just like I'm fed up with DC just shooting themselves in the foot, man. I'm just.
I honestly I really liked it, and
That's the
I
thing. Is
think
like,
it was a good. It was they finally put out something that, all right, hear me out, isn't like a deep piece of work. Like it is just a good movie that they put out. It's an enjoyable, fun movie.
okay. I mean that's the thing. Is just like it's one of those things. Like if you're going to do my. Okay, let me try to fucking.
Oh, she's gonna star in the new Hunger Games movie.
Oh no. I
That
was
was it.
really excited about that. Now
It's
I don't.
her. It's Hunter Schafer. Those two are like the two
The two like main,
children
yeah.
stars.
Um, so this is my thing. Is like if you were going to do uh light-hearted kind of ha ha he he movie involving DC, Shazam is it, right? It's about a child that gets powers and becomes a superhero.
See, that's the thing I think people keep getting hung up on
Well,
is that like he's a child. Like he's not
and that's
Zachary Levi.
when
He's
that's the
not an adult.
it's also the fact of, and this is where it gets distorted at points, is because the character of Shazam has been portrayed two different ways. The character of Shazam has been portrayed as, I'm still a child inside of a man's body. But then there's the other part of it where it's like, well, he has the wisdom of Solomon. He has this, he has that, and
That was a big joke in
yeah,
in the movie actually.
and they play off of it, so he's a little bit more straight faced, a little bit more serious in some of the other adaptations of him. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like you have two almost drastically different variations of him. Most people would know Shazam, I would argue, from fucking like Young Justice or the Justice League animated series or any of those sort of things, where he is kind of portrayed more in that kind of, you know,
They kept joking that he's like they're like, dude, you don't have the wisdom of Solomon. They're like that's lost on you. He's like, I got the wisdom of Salmon, and he would just like didn't know how to say the guy's name. So yeah, you hate. See, I loved it. I was like, ha.
I just
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Also, I love the fact that they shoehorned fucking James Gunn's wife into it again, because you got to keep shoehorning her in.
I didn't see her in it.
Yeah, you did. End credit scene.
Oh, I didn't see
Hey.
it.
Oh, you didn't?
I-
Okay, so there's an end credit scene where they're like, "Hey, we want you to join the Justice Society of America," and he's like out in the fucking woods, fucking pistol shooting, because that's all he.
I love it. I don't know what I love it.
Well, my thing is,
It's
like,
fun.
I want to.
Well, you got to think if you were that's what a kid would do. I don't know. That's what I
that's
would
the thing.
do.
It's like like, trust me, I
I
get all
finger
of
gun
that.
I finger gun people at least 3 times a week. I go, pop, 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 pop. I do it at work all the time.
I like. It's just that like at some point it's like for fuck like okay, I get it, like that sort of thing. That's more of it is. But like so they go there and they try to fucking invite him to the Justice Society, and he says no, and then he's like, I got a phone, like that. It's weird having two things that sound the same. So like, what if we change one of them? So and he's looking and he goes, oh, what about the Avengers Society? And I was like, oh, just fuck off. Like you can tell that it was obviously like written by James Gunn as well. But yeah, no, they
Yeah.
shoehorned his wife back in there again because why the fuck not?
Oh, another move they made is that his love interest in the first one, his like sister.
The other fucking family in
That
the
wasn't like that was non-existent in this one. There wasn't like a connection between them. There was like they actually actively made so it's not like that. I think there was like some. So, anyways,
I,
she plays herself as a superhero.
what do you mean?
So you know how like they all grow up and they're
Yeah,
different people.
she just plays herself.
She just plays herself. But
In the
it's
in the
it, it
first one, didn't they do? Did they do that in the first one?
no, I looked it up.
You
It
did?
was they used a different person.
Okay.
But she's like 26 in real life,
I mean, it
So
makes
she's
sense
like
then.
kind of old.
Yeah.
So what they did is they like make they when they dress her as
As a
like a
kid, they kind
kid,
of
they put her in like clothes that make her look younger, like something like a young person would wear, and then um they make her boobs huge. Like
when you say that, the only thing I can think of is the fucking Adam Sandler movie with the fucking hat on backwards. What's up, my fellow children?
yeah,
He's gonna
exactly.
say,
Yeah. But this one they make her boobs absolutely huge. Like huge. And it's like it was distracting for me. I was like, dude, why are boobs so huge? Like, because like
um,
I don't know, it just was funny.
I mean, obviously, as always with these sort of things, I mean, I can't give my true opinion right until I see it.
Yeah,
Am I gonna go see it in theaters? No. Will I see it when it goes out on HBO Max in like 2 weeks? Probably, because that's let's be honest, that's probably what's gonna happen. It's gonna go the same fucking route as Black Adam. They're gonna fucking panic and they're gonna throw it on
hey,
HBO Max.
I think we can both agree that it's better than Black Adam.
I genuinely don't know yet.
Okay.
I ge- Black Adam was such a shit show and like oh my god, that movie was so fucking bad. I don't know, bro. I genuinely don't know. Like I just
Yeah, if you think it's on par with Black Adam, I don't know what to say. It's not like it's not. I'm not saying it should, but it's not a great movie, but it's not. It's
it was
not
a good
even.
laugh, right? Like it was one of those
Yeah,
sort of things. Yeah,
it actually there are points in this movie that like I think anyone would like. There are genuine parts of this movie that are like that's funny. That was good.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like I just I want to like I said I got to see it. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing and some of the minor things that I've been seeing, like the fucking like I said, like the Fast and the Furious thing, the fucking just some of these other things that are just like it's as a DC fan, knowing the source material as well kind of fucks with it. But it's like DC's in such a fucking shithole as it is right now. So, and like we recently found out that like there was what was it fucking the director there. Uh oh, what the fuck's his name?
James Gunn.
No, for Shazam 2.
Oh, I don't know.
I know his handle is Pony Smasher. So, but I know that's
Okay, get it, girl.
um. But he recently came out and was just like, yeah, they took away some sort of budget from them to put it into the Flash movie, but it doesn't matter because I got paid.
David Sandberg.
There we go.
You want to see what he directed before?
Oh, I know. If I remember correctly, it's a bunch of horror stuff.
Yeah, like but good horror stuff,
Oh yeah,
which is kind of crazy. And Shazam one, he actually did the first one too.
yeah.
Actually, I
I
guess.
know. Yeah, I knew that one. Yeah.
But he did Lights Out. People love that. I actually didn't see it.
He did Annabelle.
Annabelle, which was good.
Yeah. Because the
Uh,
rumor right now is that him and James Gunn are leaving DC. That Shazam 2 is the rumor is that Shazam 2 is his final movie. Aquaman 2 is James Wan's last movie, and they're both saying "fuck you" to Warner Brothers in DC. We're out, and they're gonna go. And I think they're starting their own horror company. The two of them are, which I'm down with. A James Wan, Sandberg fucking horror movie. I think it's interesting seeing some of
James
these.
Gunn, you said?
No, not James Gunn. James Wan.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy that directed the first Aquaman movie.
Okay.
It's interesting seeing some of these.
Did you like the first Aquaman movie?
Yes and no.
See, that's where we'll differ because I think that there was no redeeming moments in that movie.
So yes and no for me. So there was a lot of I liked a lot of the different aspects with Manta. I thought Manta was a very cool character. I thought they
Until
did.
they until they killed him.
They didn't even kill him.
Oh, he didn't die?
No, there's an end credit scene. I mean, he's in Aquaman 2. He's the main villain for Aquaman 2. But
Oh,
there's an
okay.
end credit scene where he gets saved by oh fuck I just know his name's Ray Park's character. I just don't remember what the actual
Ray Park?
yeah, that's the
Ray
uh
Park? Park?
yeah, like the actor. I can't remember
From
his name.
Darth Maul?
No, Randall Park. Sorry, Randall Park.
Oh,
Stephen Doctor Shin is the character that he plays. But it's marine biologist.
I do love me some Randall Park though.
Yeah, he saves him at the end. But yeah, no. So I thought the movie did a lot of good jobs for it being majority underwater. I thought that was the way that they did that was fantastic. I think that the fight scene in the pit between Aquaman and Orm was one of the best fight scenes we've seen in a little while. With Trident fighting in the water, I thought that was fucking sick. I liked the how it was the arc of him basically going to go find the Trident, right? There was that whole aspect of it. Meanwhile, there was the undertone of the political kind of like, I'm gonna just go cause war. The big problem that I had with it personally was I think some of the jokes were too heavy-handed, right? Like fucking Mira eating a bunch of plants, like a bunch of flowers.
Are they gonna replace her? Have they said what's going on with that?
In Aquaman 2, they basically cut like all of her roles, like all of her
Yeah.
scenes. But so from what I know though, like so that was one of the first ones. The thing that was also a little bit confusing. So in a lot of what they did was from the New 52 run, right? But what they did though was they took like three different major arcs in the New 52 run and put them into one movie, which was very confusing. When I'm sitting there watching it, I'm like, that's in book 7. What just happened was in book 2. Like, why are we doing all of this, it felt like it was very rushed at points, but then other points felt very good. That would be my biggest thing with it.
Oh,
Um
James Wan, director of Aquaman 2.
yep. Um
Oh,
I thought that the trench scene was real. That's one of my other really big favorite scenes from the movie.
yeah.
Is the trench is the when they're in the trench and they're doing all that stuff. The only thing that was weird was at the end of the movie when they said that he controls the trench. He doesn't control the trench. The trench is they're too far gone for him to be able to control. Like that's an actual like
Oh,
lore thing. Like he can't
so
control
James
it.
Wan did Saw,
I think he did
Dead Silence,
Insidious.
Insidious, The Conjuring,
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Fast 7,
Yep.
uh, Aquaman, and Malignant. I actually want to see Malignant. I haven't
No,
seen
you
that one
don't.
yet.
No, you don't.
Okay.
I mean, do it because you want to, but I'm just giving you a heads up because I watched it with Jagger and a bunch of other people in the Discord, and it was, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything else because I don't want to potentially ruin anything.
Why?
Why? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I'm gonna put it in the same category as Wonder Woman 84.
Okay.
Cool concept,
Yeah.
really bad execution.
Hey, I really like that you've come around on being like, I didn't like it.
Well, so it's not even the fact of like coming around. It's like it's more of the fact of like the more I've seen it, because of course I watched a lot of the movies back just to kind of refresh
Yeah.
my opinion, and it's more of the fact of I really fucking love the concept of the movie. The idea behind what they were trying to do, I think is really fucking cool. The
Yeah.
actual execution of what happened, oh, it's
Yeah,
really
because
bad.
what's Cheetah Girl? Fuck, what's her name?
Cheetah,
It was a Oh, okay.
yeah, it's literally just Cheetah.
That was a cool concept.
Yeah.
Um, I think the actor did a good job.
I think Pedro Pascal's character of Maxwell Lord is a
Oh,
very
that's right. I forgot
under
he was in that.
a
Yeah,
very
he was
under
good.
it's a very underrated character, but the way that they portrayed it,
Yeah.
I just love the idea of the monkey paw, but as a human. I thought that was the wildest fucking thing. But then also
I
with
think
Cheetah, the thing that I like most about that is the fact of like, so she says that she wants to be the opposite of Wonder Woman, right? It's kind of the same thing with the Doomsday thing in Batman vs Superman. Technically, she's not Cheetah. She's the opposite of Wonder Woman, but she kind of just reverts back to a primitive state, right? Same thing with Doomsday. Doomsday that we see in Batman vs Superman isn't Doomsday. That's a version of Zod that's turned into Doomsday with Luthor's DNA. Doomsday is still out there. So my thing has always been this, is that it would be awesome if we eventually get, like, which we're never going to get now because James Wan has already decided this, but eventually what would have been cool to see is a Wonder Woman 4 where it's the same character. I can't remember the actress's name for Cheetah. You know who I'm talking about, though.
Kristen Ritter.
Yeah, there we go. Her. It would be cool if they did, like, eventually, like, because you don't want to do back to back. So do like 4 or 5, right? If they were ever going to do that, have that character do the true origins of Cheetah.
Kristen Wiig.
There we go, Kristen Wiig. Do the true origins of Cheetah, though, right? Where, like, she's had that power. She knows what that power is now. For the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, how many fucking years they want to do, she's been just obsessed with getting that power back. That, I think, would be a cool story to tell. Is just having that, and that, like, that's the whole story, is basically, like, it's not even really a Wonder Woman story at that point, it's a Cheetah story, right? It's her character basically becoming madly obsessed with the power that she had, and now she's going to do everything possible to get that power back, and then she becomes the true Cheetah, right, at the end of the movie sort of thing, or, you know, by the end of it, or whatever. She's the actual, like, Cheetah character. That'd be my ideal turn for that, but
Looks like that director is going to direct Star Wars Rogue
nope,
Squadron.
no, she's not, Patty. Nope,
No, they
nope.
drop her already.
Yep. Same with Wonder Woman 3. They dropped her for that too because that's not happening anymore.
Interesting.
Like I said, dude, DC's a shithole right now. It's an absolute shithole right now. It's so bad. Like, the Flash stuff's coming out. We're seeing more and more stuff on that. It just still doesn't look great. They've released the images of, like, Dark Flash or Black Flash or some sort of fucking Flash that isn't a Flash. It's something they're making up just for the movie. Yeah. I think Shazam 2 is going to flop bad. Almost as bad as Black Adam.
I
think
agree.
I think it's going to do a little bit better than Black Adam.
I think it's going to flop. I think financially it's going to flop worse, but I think it's going to be received better.
Okay, I can give you that.
Because a movie can be well received but still flop.
Yeah.
You know, I look at John Carter of Mars, one of the biggest flops of all time. I really like that movie.
Yeah,
and I think, and most people I know who've seen the movie really like it.
I liked it. I just felt like they could have made it 2. That movie itself could have been.
It was
2.
very long. It was very long.
Yeah, and this is coming from someone that, like, the Snyder cut. I'm like, yeah, no, that's fine. No, that John Carter of Mars, make that shit
long.
too. Yeah.
It is a really long movie.
It's 2 hours long, but then also there's literally like a 30-minute just dialogue section of, like, nothing but strict political talk. It's like,
yeah. So I don't know, but it's enjoyable and it's smart and it's well written.
all right. Like I said, I'll watch it. I'm just not going to theaters to watch it.
No.
But DC as a whole right now, I feel like is just a giant shithole.
I mean, so it's funny because let's go to Star Wars Mandalorian right now. I really like it where that's going.
I was
but
saying,
people really hated this newest episode.
Oh, really? Because I've been hearing a lot. I've been hearing a lot of really good things about Mandalorian right now.
So this newest episode, it was like 10 minutes of Pedro Pascal and the baby, and then Grogu and Bo-Katan, and then it goes like 45 minutes of a side story about 2 characters that were from previous seasons.
Oh, okay.
And then it goes back to like 5-10 minutes of like the main characters at the end.
So it's like a Walking Dead episode.
Well, it's doing that thing that a lot of shows do now where they'll do side stories. That like may not, because like what was I just watching?
It's almost like like a filler episode without it being a filler episode. It's like a filler episode that gives you actual, like, information on other characters.
Like, did you ever watch the show Hunters on Amazon? It was about hunting Nazis.
I remember seeing it, but I don't think I watched it.
They just came out with the second season like maybe a month ago, and I just finished it. And there's 8 episodes in the season, in the second season. It's 8 or 9. 8. Episode 7 was all in like 90% of it was about a story that took place during the war, and like this is about Nazis.
Oh, okay.
So like a lot of episodes are doing like um because there's a lot of success. Like Atlanta had a lot of success doing it, where it was an episode that's like a one-off. Uh, Mythic Quest, the show Mythic Quest on Apple, which is like
It's a D&D thing,
Rob
isn't it?
McElhenney's baby.
That's a D&D one, isn't it? No, Mythic Quest. Wait, that's the video game one.
It's like a World of Warcraft one where it's
There we
the
go.
guy from Always Sunny, Mac from Always Sunny.
That's it. Okay.
He's the stars. He's like the writer of the show. There's a whole episode where it's about the building they were in, and it's all about people who inhabited the building before them that almost have nothing to do with that's the story at all. And so people are like shows are really taking this chance to tell it go standalone, tell a separate story. So it's like kind of almost went in that direction, but like this one it's going to play a role in the future of the Mandalorian season, but people
Okay.
are just real upset with this episode. I thought it was one of the better Mandalorian episodes.
I feel like with some of these bigger, more well known shows right now, that's a kind of like a more prevalent thing. If it's not like straight to it,
Yeah.
stay on fucking point. Right. Think about like some of the House of Dragon episodes that was like
Yeah.
badly received. Right. They
Yeah.
kind of took away from the focus of the main characters that we all had now deemed at that point.
The Last of Us. They just did it.
There we
There's
go.
just did you watch The Last of Us?
I've yet to watch it yet. Is it fully done? Is the full first season like
It's
fully
done.
done?
It's done.
So I'm gonna probably watch it like within the next little bit now. Then.
So there's an episode which I know you don't spoilers. There's an episode where the main character Ellie goes back and like thinks about like a friendship with her friend who died. I mean, it's no spoiler. We know she died.
Yeah.
It's all about her friendship with her and leading up to her death, and that was like the whole episode. And like I can't, and it was like episode 7 of 9. And I came into work and my buddy's like, my body and my boss were both like, I hated that episode. What was the point of that? And it's all about storytelling. Like people are really trying to show their storytelling chops, and people are not with it. So I think it's awesome that like putting like people are like there's no like especially Star Wars. There's never been enough exposition. Now that they're finally putting it in, like Andor. People didn't watch Andor. I think Andor is the best Star Wars
I've
product that
I've
has been put out.
I was gonna say you said that, but I've also within the last couple maybe months now, I've heard more and more people saying that Andor is the best Star Wars period right now
Yeah. Period.
that they've done.
Period.
Yeah. And I mean,
And if like
and I think it goes back to just kind of, and I'm gonna word it like this, and if people make it to this point, right, in the podcast, they're gonna get fucking mad. I think it goes back to the MCU because there wasn't a whole lot of storytelling in the early MCU. It was all jokes and fights, and now it's starting to get to a point now where like we're starting to see a lot of people being like, yeah, we don't want that shit anymore. And now people are like, oh, God, why do I have to learn about this fucking backstory that's going to help develop my trust with this character and make me love them more? God, just tell me a funny joke already.
Well, did you see Rogue One?
Yes.
Okay. Because Rogue One was like the first one, especially with Star Wars, that like really told a story
Yeah.
and really made you feel for these characters. Which
I-
then also make people are like, why do I care about this character? He just dies in Rogue One, and I'm like, shut up! Like, just watch it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like what fucking I always refer back to the when I first started watching Spartacus in college.
He dies.
Well, not even that. It's like I sit down, and they're like, "Okay, Colin," and like, just so you know, don't like any character. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, don't like any character? They're like, just trust us. We're about 5 episodes in, so we're gonna get you caught up, but don't like anyone. Within like the first shot of the screen, I'm like, I like that guy. Dude throws a sword at someone, and he fucking bats it away, and it goes and fucking slices the dude's head off. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And everyone in the room just kind of looks at me. I was like, we fucking told you not to like anyone. Like what did you expect was gonna happen? Like, you know, So I always refer back to that when it's like stuff like X. It's like, yeah, it's like, a lot of these things are more about now just getting you to fall for these characters and then breaking your heart.
Last thing, because I gotta go.
Oh yeah.
I just got a notification from Reddit. I follow Magic Arena.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, notification from Reddit. That's a dangerous.
Oh no, I get all no. Mine's all nerd stuff. It's not. Yeah. There's like a huge conspiracy theory based on like matchmaking and your deck not being shuffled.
On Arena.
Yeah, and I'm like, what do you mean? I guess there's this huge conspiracy that people think that like you can rig the deck and people are getting rigged decks, and it's not shuffling.
Interesting.
Um,
Which I mean, now that you're saying that though, I can kind of see it.
I am sometimes more surprised that when I draw an occasional A plus lands in a row, while I haven't lost the game. So it's like they're saying that like it's not even always in the other person's favor. It's like to make the game longer or something.
Yeah, to keep people on the app. If people are on the app more, then maybe they spend money more.
Yeah.
I can see that. Would not surprise me. Bye,
Yeah, so
ambulance.
people are, I guess that's like a whole thing I never even thought of, and I probably will never think of again.
Yeah, no.
That apparently people think the shuffler is rigged.
Yeah, it's
The house
probably
is,
House is rigging it. House is rigging
yeah,
all the
yeah.
games.
Sorry, I just thought that'd be funny
Yeah,
to close with that
yeah,
one
no,
because I was
that's
like,
funny.
I like looked down and I was like, what?
That's funny. That's funny. All right,
Yeah,
so final statements: is Magic Arena rigged?
maybe.
I just suck at the game, so
Same. Oh, I actually last thing I was playing. I was at my buddy's house. We were just like we had dinner reservations. We had gone bowling, and we were waiting for the reservation. So I was just playing a quick game, and my buddy of mine wants to start playing with me. So I was showing him Arena, and I was showing him this game. And he's like, "You're gonna lose this game, huh?" I was like, "I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next two turns." And then I came back together, and I made the guy quit. But he's like, "Oh, you really brought it together." I was like, "Yep, I'm really working on my planeswalker strategies and."
oh, look at you, fucking look at this fucking guy strategizing and shit. Love it. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out. Let us know. I don't know. Let us know something. Just tell us something sweet down in the comments.
Oh, give me some.
There we go. Give us something. A little bit
Pour
of
some
something.
sugar on me.
A little bit of something. But yeah, we'll be back next week. And next week we would do the tier list that we were going to do this week that we didn't do because we had other stuff that we wanted to talk about. So, yeah. But as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, still try to stay safe. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.